everyone, I am Shawnthebro. You got a new shot of me this time. I got the nice light on my face, and you're a little bit closer, so that way it should avoid all the, a lot of the, yeah. So, anyway, let's get into Would You Rather Part 2. This was one of the top-rated videos that I had since I came back, so I figured I would do another episode. I appreciate it, guys. I'm glad you were interested in seeing this. So, again, I won't be having the headset because I don't need it. There's no sound. So, would you rather have your hands switch for dustpans or be sweating jam instead of sweat? Those are two very different things. Personally, does the jam taste good? Does it taste like jam? Because I don't particularly like sweating anyway. So if I could sweat jam and then also eat that jam that I sweat, I would rather do that than lose something as valuable as my hands by making them into dustpans. So sweat jam instead of sweat. Next question. Only be able to laugh at violently racist jokes or only be able to laugh at intricate Star Trek jokes? I mean, honestly, someone who laughs at violently racist jokes is going to be perceived a lot in poorer light and harsher light than someone who just laughs at Star Trek jokes. They're just going to think you're a nerd. So the Star Trek jokes for sure. I mean, I can see why people would choose the violently racist jokes, but the people who don't like those kind of jokes are definitely going to not view you the same. And if that's the only thing you find funny, they're going to think there's something very wrong with you. So you have to be careful with that one. Would you rather spend... Okay. I mean, would you rather spend a day with Taylor Swift or spend a day with Beyonce? I mean, clearly, Taylor Swift, I don't know. Personally, I don't really care. I don't really listen to either of their music. Taylor Swift, she has a few songs that I do enjoy, not gonna lie. So I would definitely say Taylor Swift all the way. It's 50 and 50. Wow, the vote is only off by 116. Wow. That's very close, considering 757,000 people voted for each side. That's a very close one. Would you Would you rather yell a swear between every word or get punched in the face after every swear? I really don't curse that much. So getting punched in the face, well, getting punched in the face though that's a pretty tough price to pay. But yelling a swear between every word, that means you can't really be around kids in public, really. You gotta get punched in the face, let's be honest. Then you gotta be careful on how much you swear. I don't swear that much to begin with, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Would you rather have bright blue hair or have bright blue teeth? Bright blue hair, I mean, people will think I'm doing it for like anime or something, which is better than just having blue teeth. Then I just look like some sort of weirdo. Oops. Would you rather be convicted as a corrupt politician or be convicted as a corrupt Fortune 500 CEO? This is a good one. Because if you're a politician, you have a lot of power, sure. But if you're corrupt, everyone's going to basically hate you, and... okay. If you're a corrupt Fortune 500 CEO, honestly, you're not really that responsible for what happens in the Fortune 500 company. I feel like as compared to a corrupt politician, where you're going to be responsible for basically everything that you're trying to do. So, honestly, the Fortune 500, again, you're the CEO too. So even if you're corrupt, that doesn't mean that every action trickles down below you. So I'm going to go with the Fortune 500 CEO. Would you rather be waterboarded to death or be electrocuted to death? Well, I've never been either, so I can't really imagine what they feel like. Waterboarded feels like you're drowning. I don't believe you can die from being waterboarded, actually. I think that's the whole point of waterboarding. It's supposed to simulate drowning, but you always have enough air. So I'm going to call a loophole in the question and say I'd rather be waterboarded because I wouldn't die from it. Let's go. All right. Electrocuted death, 63%. You guys think you're better than me? Is that what it is? Ooh. Okay. This one's... I thought this was more serious, but this is pretty silly, so I'll go through and laugh at this one. If your mom was about to die, would you rather marry an unattractive 64-year-old and drink your cat's pee every morning for breakfast in order to save her, or let her die? If my mom is in that sort of state where she is going to die, and that's what I have to do to save her, I don't think that's really living, so we're probably going to let her die, to be honest. Because I don't want to do any of these things, yeah. So, sorry. Would you rather show your friends and family your entire internet history or live near an active volcano? Yeah, I mean, listen, all you gotta do is not search up things that are bad. And when you do, don't search them up on, like, you don't go to the public library over here and just be searching things, okay? It's not that hard. Live near an active volcano? I mean... You can't delete the volcano's browser history, but you can delete your own, so that's all I'm saying. Alright. As funny as that is, all jokes aside, I don't think living... Well, there are a lot of active volcanoes that haven't gone off for a very long time, so... I guess it's just that risk that is bothering people. Would you rather be John Lennon or be Paul McCartney? Well, John Lennon died... Paul McCartney also died, conspiracy theory. Paul McCartney died first, if we're going through this conspiracy theory. But theoretically, and what I think most people believe to be true, is that he is still alive. He was pretty big. I mean, like, I think the whole thing is like, oh, John Lennon, he was like, you know, he went off and did other songs by himself. Probably more... I don't honestly know, but probably more fame than Paul McCartney, at least back in the day. But I would rather be Paul McCartney, easy. Okay, a lot of people would rather be John Lennon. See, I prefer being alive, and that's not making a joke. Like, I'm assuming this is right now. Or, like, not right now, but as their lives were. And knowing that John Lennon died a lot younger than Paul McCartney, I would rather live longer. That's just the truth. Also, I don't like. I love the Beatles. I mean, they're very good. I don't think every song is a masterpiece, to be honest. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but they have a lot of good music that I listen to. Yesterday is probably my favorite song by them. And honestly, just being part of the Beatles would be good enough if you could also live. Like, I don't know what year he died, but I'm going to guess like 40 years older. I mean, we can fact check this. This is an educational video, so let's see. When did John Lennon die? Yeah, about 40 years ago. So actually more than that, though. Oh, no, sorry. So 38 years ago. December 8th, 1980. Sorry, I was just reading that little snippet about that, which I know you couldn't see because the recording window wasn't there. But yeah, December 8th, 1980. So 38 years ago. So 40 years ago was pretty accurate. But yeah, I mean, being Paul McCartney would be fine. That'd be something nice. Would you rather... I like how it's not like, would you rather be killed by electric chair? It's a, would you rather death by electric chair or death by lethal injection? I mean, lethal injection? Electric chair? Who would want to be electrocuted? That's my question. I mean, no one that I can think of. At least not to death. I don't know what you people are into at home, judging me for not wanting to be electrocuted. All right. No, honestly, lethal injection. All the way. Would you rather watch The Sandlot or watch The Goonies? I mean, why not both? But The Sandlot. I mean, The Goonies are good, but they're a little bit older than what I grew up watching. I definitely had The Sandlot on a lot more in my what was it? You know, I don't know if you guys will remember this or not, but when you're in school and there's a substitute, or just like it's a very easy day and they bring in the TV cart, I got to watch The Sandlot several times throughout that, so I'm a lot more familiar with that. So I'd probably rather watch that. Would you rather have a monster truck or have a chariot with horses? So the chariot would be cool, admittedly, and the horses, I mean, I love animals, so horses are awesome. Also, if you wanted to sell it to someone, horses are worth a lot of money, but also monster truck is worth a lot of money, and you can also crush things in an arena and do backflips and stuff, crazy stuff. Probably get yourself hurt because I'm not a professional like those people. But yeah, I mean, I love destruction. I love crushing things. So have a monster truck. Let's go. I'm your stereotypical man, okay? Is that what you want to hear? Would you rather have a British accent or have an Australian accent? If I was good at them, I would probably try to pull some of these off right now. I am not good at accents. It's actually one of the things I've been practicing to try and get better at because I wish I could do accents. One of my best friends is actually British, so I picked up a little bit of a British accent talking to him for as long as I had earlier in my life, around 6th grade or so. So that's what I want to go with anyway. I don't think I have it now, but I used to get it a lot with my questions when I would talk to him a lot. So, but definitely British accent just because I'm familiar with how that sounds. I mean, I'm familiar with an Australian accent too, but I'm familiar with kind of how I picked it up, and I really like it. Have the first name refrigerator or have the first name dishwasher? So with a refrigerator, you're cool. You can hold a lot. I don't. You are cool, so let's use that one. Whereas dishwasher, you're clean. Ooh. Okay. So with the refrigerator, you're cool. With a refrigerator, you can hold a lot before you have to spit stuff out. So that could be used as like an analogy for you can take a lot of stress before you have to freak out or break down or whatever. Sure, we'll let that happen. But the dishwasher is clean and also has a lot of. It can take a lot of beating because it knocks around the whole time. So we'll assume you got a lot of endurance. You're very strong. Hold yourself in a fight. With a refrigerator, what else can you do? Well, you blow a lot of hot air out the back, so you're kind of a little salty on the side. With the dishwasher, you also produce a lot of heat, but it's all over the place, so people know where they stand with you. I feel like the dishwasher. Okay, how about how it would sound? So the pros and cons are pretty even from what I can tell, but also the refrigerator can be as cold as ice because it usually has a freezer attached to it, so that might not be what you want. But let's go with the name. So refrigerator Kyler. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, dishwasher Kyler. Both of them are very silly. I think refrigerator is just a cooler name, to be honest. I gotta admit, 74% agree. If you were to bet on your life savings on a single roulette spin, would you rather bet it all on black, bet it all on red? Well, I've never gambled like at an actual casino, but I have played gambling games before, just like friendly games with my peers and everything. We actually had to do some for math one day in, I think, 8th grade. And I bet on black and I won, so we're going to bet on black. Let's be honest here. 53%. There's no real reason that I say that. It's just I've won in the past using that. So, and I haven't. I'm not a big gambler, so there you go. Would you rather be James Bond or be Jason Bourne? Okay, Jason Bourne is pretty cool, but James Bond, excuse me, James Bond is a real OG. I mean, how are you going to not want to be him? So James Bond, come on. Would you rather... I think I already answered this one, or I had one pop up, and I didn't get to it or something like that. But would you rather lie every time you ask a question or tell the truth every time you ask a question? Tell the truth every time you ask a question. I mean, or not every time you are asked a question. Wait, lie every time you are asked a question. Or yeah, okay. I mean, tell the truth every time you are asked a question. So if you had to lie every time, do you love me? You would have to lie and say no if you did. And for every person that you don't love, do you love me? You'd have to say yes. That's a huge one right off the bat. Did you kill this guy? Assuming that you're not a murderer, you have to say yes to every one of those, and you're probably going to get wrongfully convicted just because you're saying that yourself. Now, tell the truth every time you ask the question. What's the worst thing you really do? Like, you eat the last candy bar from the jar, the cookie from the jar, and your mom's like, did you really eat this? Like, this was supposed to be for your brother. What are you going to do? You're gonna lie, right? That's fine. You tell the truth, everything is fine. They forgive you. Well, what else? Like, I don't even know what's the downside to telling the truth every time. Because, sure, there are times you want to tell white lies where it's like, you know, did you do your homework? And you're like, no, the dog ate it. No, I actually put it in the paper shredder. And it did not have the result I thought, and it got destroyed. Did you destroy your Chromebook? Okay, so if you know me, did you destroy your Chromebook? I would be forced to say yes. However, I was already forced to say yes because in high school, I did destroy my Chromebook. And I posted a video to this YouTube channel, and they saw it, so they knew. So, yeah, you gotta tell the truth. I mean, if you lie, there's too many things that is way too bad. Would you rather 3 wishes that had no catches or 6 wishes that with minor catches? You cannot wish for more wishes, and you can't wish for there to be no catches. Okay, that's the obvious question. So now that he cleared that up, 3 wishes with no catches. I could do everything that I needed to do with 3 wishes, because I don't know what I would wish for at the moment. But have you ever seen Bedazzled, I believe it's called? I can't believe I'm looking at it, because I know this, but Bedazzled. Yes. I don't know why I had to look that up. Like, I totally knew that, but I wanted to be sure. Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser. He makes a deal with the devil, and he gets, I think, 9 wishes, but it's either like, it's probably 6, right? Because I think it's 9. I want to say 9. I don't know. Might be 6. Either way, he gets like a set amount of wishes, and no matter what he wishes for, no matter how many cases he's willing to stop from happening, the devil always gets something that he doesn't want. He always gets something that he doesn't want because she keeps giving him that. And the devil is played by a female. So if you have... Okay, you get double the wishes, but it's like in the movie, he wants to be like this big, strong... Or not this strong, but like this tall... Yeah, I guess strong basketball player. And he's got like a case of the micro penis, so no one's interested in being with him. So the girl of his dreams doesn't want to be with him because of that. She like laughs at him or whatever. She's disgusted by it. And that's like a little thing. Like, you don't think to say, hey, I don't want a case of the micro penis. So another one is like, he wants all the money in the world and he wants to be married to that girl or whatever it is, you know, like he wants to be with her. But in that, she doesn't love him, and he's rich because he's a drug dealer in Mexico. So there's minor catches can go a long way. Like, a minor catch of being rich might be like, you have to give 1% of that away every day or something. You know, like it's pretty minor, but in the long run, it makes a huge difference. So definitely 3 wishes with no catches, and 78% agree. Would you rather have no hands, have a naked fat guy stalking you at all times? Wow. Okay. That one caught me off guard a little bit. Let's see. I would not really like to have a naked fat guy stalking me at all times. It's not something that I'm necessarily interested in, actually. But I'm also not interested in having no hands. I've got 2, and they're pretty nice. I appreciate them. Let's go over the pros and cons real quick. If you have no hands, there's a lot that you can't do. Can I get a prosthetic? Assumably, yes. Nothing says that I can't. So, yes. Assumingly, yes. Okay. I was just thinking about it. So, have a naked fat guy stalking you at all times. If you were to do this, is he just stalking you? Like he's just standing around you? I mean, it's not a huge deal. Let's be honest. It's creepy, but if he never did anything and I also knew that this was happening, if I was able to know that he was doing that and also wouldn't hurt me, it's whatever. I mean, he's going to see things he's not going to like, or maybe he does like it, depending on what he's into. But like showering, going to the bathroom, things like that. I mean, it says that all the time, so I'm assuming literally everywhere he'll know where you're at and what you're doing. And I'm fine with that. If he doesn't interfere with my life and he's just kind of looming over there, whatever. I don't care. As opposed to having no hands. I mean, I could get a prosthetic and everything, but I'd rather have the naked fat guy, I gotta be honest. 72% agree. Would you rather have stretchable legs or have stretchable arms? If you have stretchable legs, you'll get taller. You can also play sports better. You can run faster. You can, because you can either make yourself taller and shoot your leg all the way across the field to get to where you need to be. So if it's like a running, like soccer, even football, you would still have to catch normally, but you could get to where the ball was, so that would be fine. Stretchable arms, so you could reach whatever you had to, top shelves, any other room. You wouldn't have to get up if you didn't want to. You could fight people from really far away. That does go the same for the legs, but like punch people, slap people, from really far away. So have stretchable arms is pretty cool. If we want to do the sports thing with that, yeah, basketball, you can just instantly make a slam dunk. Football, you can stretch your arms to where you need to be to catch it. You'd still have to run to wherever, but it works. I would go the arms, personally. But legs, for as little as they got, legs is still a pretty good option. Would you rather snort one crushed up Altoid mint, spearmint, so it would burn, take a shot of 1.5 ounce of Tabasco sauce? I actually like Tabasco sauce a lot. Not that I don't like mints, but snorting in general is very bad. So I'm not going to snort at all. If I could take a shot of Tabasco sauce is pretty good. I'll take the Tabasco sauce all day. Would you rather always be sweating or always appear shivering cold? Appear shivering cold. So I wouldn't actually be cold. But I would always be sweating, which is gross. So appear shivering cold. Easy. 77%. Would you rather fly like Superman, travel like Spider-Man? I mean, Superman is faster, and flying has a lot more functionality to it. You can fly. Like, you don't need buildings or things around to travel like Spider-Man does. So Superman is much more mobile. It's not saying that you get all the powers that they have, but I am going to go with Superman because flying, I think, is, although it might not be as fun as Spider-Man's web slinging, I would say his web slinging is also more dangerous and not as fast, not as functional. Okay, this is really not a good question because there are people of both of these that you can't really choose, but okay. Would you rather be anorexic or be obese? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Personally, if if I had to answer, I would just say if it's like not if I don't have anorexia, because that's not anything to joke about. If it's just I'm anorexic at the time, I'd rather be anorexic because I could eat and put on weight and that would be fine. Whereas if you're obese, it's a lot harder to lose weight than it is to gain weight. So I'd rather be anorexic, yeah. If you were a TV executive, would you rather resurrect your favorite canceled show of all time for one season or cancel your most hated show? That's a good question. To resurrect your favorite canceled show of all time, I'm trying to think of shows that I really like that got canceled. I really like Limitless. That was pretty good, but I don't think it needed a second season, so it's not worth resurrecting it. A lot of the show, I mean, possibly one of my favorite shows of all time is Sense8. So Sense8 was amazing. That was a Netflix original. Resurrect your favorite. So we'll go for one more season. That would be worth it to me. And like, I don't have any shows that I necessarily don't like that I hate that I need to cancel. I mean, you think about stupid things like South Beach Tow or whatever, and no one like actually likes that show. And if you do, I'm sorry to insult you like that, but I don't think anyone actually likes that show. It's the most staged show ever. Maybe you like it because it's so staged and it's funny. That's different. That's fine if you like that. But anyway, I don't feel the need to cancel it. It exists. I've lived with it for like 3 years now. I'm fine. I would rather resurrect my favorite show. I'd probably resurrect Sense8. Really? More people would rather cancel it. 50 and 50, but by about 6,000. More people would rather cancel their most hated. Let's do a few more here. So, would you rather receive $5 a day for the rest of your life? Receive $50,000 right here, right now. Receive $50,000 right here, right now. I mean, $5 a day for the rest of your life? That's nothing. That's nothing. Like, okay, 50,000 is $10,000 or 10,000 times $5. So you'd have to be alive and not spend any money for. Well, I mean, you could spend it. We're just talking about the net amount that you had. So you're talking about being alive for 10,000 extra days just to make up for the 50 grand. I don't remember how long on average humans live, but it's not that long. That like 10,000 days is not a mini amount. I mean, just doing the math, it's over 30 years. I think humans live around 30,000 days on average, but let's do a quick calculation. Okay, here. Let me make this a size you can see. Can you see this? That's good enough. 365 times 5. Right? Well, yeah. We'll say 365, that's fine. Because I know. Let's look at a leap year real quick. Okay, so 2020 is the leap year. So we'll skip leap year though, and I can because we won't even need it to prove this point. So you get $1,825 a year. Multiply that by 25, and you're still less than that. Plus 18. I know I can use the mouse, but I wanted to. Or I can use the keypad, but I was using it for you guys to see that. 14, yeah. So, like 28 years before you even made up for the 50,000. You could do things like invested and all that, but legitimately, who's not making $5 a day? Like, if you're unemployed or whatever, that's different, sure. You would take that money. But at the same time, if you're unemployed, you're probably going to take the 50,000, pay whatever you need to, use it to get savings to get yourself a job. I don't see $5 a day being worth it. 50,000. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. Do you not know how much $50,000 is? You're going to live, maybe, if you live for 70 extra years of where you are now, you'll get just about double that. Just about 70 years. Or you could have 50,000 now. If you're going to do, I could invest. Yeah, you could invest. But you could also invest $50,000. I have trouble seeing that side. Usually, it's whatever, both sides. And the fact that side won? $5 a day? $5 a day. That's nothing. Minimum wage is like $10 an hour. If you're working. What? All right. Receive $5 a day for the rest of your life. Receive $50,000, right? Okay, whatever. For the record, if you're working, you're making more than that an hour. So I don't see why you would rather that than $50,000. If you don't want the $50,000, dude, I'll take it off your hands, no problem. Whatever. Let's do like one or two more. Would you rather serve 7 years in a rough prison or kill and eat your pet dog? Serve 7 years in a rough prison. Like, thinking about it, if you go deeper into it, you never know what you'd say, but there is no chance right now that I'm doing that. So, serve the 7 years, yeah. Would you rather... Alright, listen. I don't mind answering the questions, but I'm not trying to get that serious. These are lighthearted, so we're going to skip that one. Would you rather be a Wilma Flint... That's just not that good. Let's pick one. This is going to be the last one. Okay, this one's good, but I'm pretty sure I already answered this one last time. And it was definitely the stinky feet because I hate long fingernails. Would you rather be an elephant or be a mouse? This is a good one. I think this is a pretty fun one. Okay, would you rather be an elephant or be a mouse? So with an elephant, you're really slow. You stay with your parents for a long time. They are the second to humans. They might be longer than humans. They're like 20 years or something. It's pretty close. So you stay with your family for a very long time. That also increases your chances of survival, being in a nice pack like that. You do have a pretty long life. Average age of an elephant. Doesn't say what kind of elephant, but yeah. I mean, the shortest lifespan I see for an average age of an elephant here is the Asian elephant of 48 years. The rest are like 60 to 70 years. So you live a long life. Now, if you look up the average age of a mouse, it's going to be very tiny. Yeah, average age of a mouse. The shortest I see here is the African pygmy mouse for 2 years. And the Pachyurmus deprasi for 5 to 7 years. You are small, you get to eat cheese and stuff, but a lot of people are hunting you, cats are hunting you. With an elephant, sure, you have predators, but again, you stay with a pack for so long, and even when you grow old enough to leave, they usually stick together, even if it's with different elephants. So definitely, I mean, I believe that's true with all elephants. If I'm wrong, and there are certain elephants that don't, let me know. But just don't pick that elephant. So yeah, I'd rather be an elephant. Okay, this is the last one, for real, because I think this is a pretty funny one. Would you rather have no eyebrows or have a unibrow? If I had no eyebrows, I'd look something silly like that. If I had a unibrow, I'd look something... I was going to draw a unibrow on me, but I remembered I have to go to work tomorrow, so that's probably not a good idea. Can I fix it? Like, is it a never-ending unibrow, or can I just literally shave it? Because I'm going with I can shave it, and I'm going with unibrow for sure. I'm going to rock the unibrow anyway. Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in to the second Would You Rather episode. I'm glad you guys liked the first one so much, and I hope you like this one as much as well. I know I'm spinning a lot. I'm chilling in my chair. It's nice and cool because I don't have my headset on and I'm right under the fan. So, thank you guys for checking this out. If you liked, please like. Get it? Please like it on YouTube. And please subscribe. Why not? I mean, you might as well. You might as well, alright, at this point, because you just sat through 35 minutes. I mean, come on. No, all jokes aside, let's do our funny little end game thing here. End video thing here. So, for every like I get on this video, I will ask... No. Alright, let's make this a real one. Let's make this fun. Everyone who comments on this video, I will give you a Would You Rather question. Everyone who subscribes from this video, I will answer. I mean, I'll probably answer it anyway, but I will make sure that I answer your question that you asked me of Would You Rather, assuming it's appropriate for YouTube comments and all that. And yeah, we can really do that. That'll be fun. So put down in the comments what you want to know if I would rather do. And then let me know if you would like me to let you know what I want to ask you about Would You Rather. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And I'm going to see you next week, guys. So take it easy. And I'm Shawnthebro. I'll see you later.